Okay guys, sorry I haven't had videos up recently. I've had a slight technical issue with my computer. As you can see, I dropped it and well, that happened, and then it decided it wasn't going to work anymore. Luckily I've replaced it, and the new one, well, I don't think it's any more robust. I'll just have to be more careful, won't I? Anyway, videos will be more often now with the ability to record and edit videos for you guys. Okie doke, so on with the show. Right, so here we are again back at the truck. I've done a little bit over the last few days, but not a great deal. I've water blasted the engine properly with a higher pressure unit and cleaned up the chassis. Right here's the old grill. As you can see, it's in need of a bit of TLC, a bit of hammer time, get it all nice and straight again, and probably spray it black. I imagine it's got to look better than silver. The bumper currently is at home. I need to get that sorted under the tank as well. The old fuel tank's got no leaks or anything. I've given that a bit of a clean up. I'm going to have to hit it with a great deal of primer and stuff to get it tidy, but somehow I really can't figure out how that bottom hanger has been pulled out. So I'll have to, I don't know, maybe put a jack between the hanger and the tyre and jack it out, get it back into position. I'm not sure what I'll do there yet. On that side of the chassis, yeah, no leaks. So one side is pretty cool, and that's you know, it's a big bonus to me. Oh, wow, sore head. There we go. It's a bit dark to see in there properly, but yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there slowly. That's had a spray out. That's had a spray out. So the back of the cab is actually surprisingly good. There's no rust, no dents, nothing ugly there. Just pretty much every other panel up there that's just a dent. That'll come out with a bit of a hiding. Probably just a hammer, maybe a ram, but probably just a hammer. And this side is far and away a lot better condition than the other side. See, right up the top there is pretty good. The back corner of the cab is torn open. I've picked at that a bit and had a bit of a look, and I can repair it. It's not the end of the world, but I'm tossing up whether I'm going to sink some time into this, repairing this, or whether I should just purchase a later model body. And that top seam and along the top edge is quite rusty in this cab as well. Yeah, so I'm thinking, well, I'm looking currently. There's two bodies for sale here in New Zealand. Neither of them have a price tag on them, so I need to find out how much they're going to want for those, and and go from there. Figure out, am I going to fix that cab? Am I going to strip all the rust and rebuild it as I'd originally planned to do, or am I going to stick on a much later model cab? So where there's our catch there, our cab catch, come down to the side, there's a spring there for suspension, cab suspension, and a spring there for cab suspension. Well, the modern truck has air ride cab. I don't see that as being much of an issue. It's just a very tidy later model cab, so I might look into that. Okay, so I'm back home and here is the bumper off the truck. As you can see, it's really rough. I've pulled it roughly into shape. I tried a 1/4 pounder hammer and it didn't work. It just wouldn't bend it at all, so sledgehammer seemed to be the only thing that would bend it around. Yeah, so it's a lot straighter than it was, believe it or not. Obviously it's going to need a heap more work yet. I'm going to have to probably heat it up with a blowtorch and move it around with a smaller hammer to get it straight enough to be able to paint it. And the end cap, this end cap is all complete and fairly tidy. On the other side there is no end cap, so I'm going to have to reproduce one, manufacture one for that. Okay, rightio, I suppose that's about it, and hopefully now I'll be able to update you a little bit more often. The new laptop seems to be okay for recording, much better than the old one in its broken state.